Well, hello YouTube and a warm welcome to the Essentially Crypto channel. My name is Ian and as always I'm your host, and today we're going to look at whether or not the SEC is going to come after EComi token and Veve NFTs now as well. It's getting scary out there. We're going to find out why I'm talking about this, but first let's go over to the main screen so we can see what's going on in the world of NFTs and Veve today. First up, we got this Spider-Man. Miles Morales has now been, I guess, announced, I suppose is the best way, to come to Veve. I believe it's coming tomorrow. Now, this is the first time ever, or well, probably not the first time ever since I've been doing these videos for a long time, but normally I get the announcement come out, then I do a video, and then it comes out with the details. So therefore, I'm going to go over the Medium article very quickly so we can see what's going on, because it's kind of crazy, this one here. Here it is here. This is the Medium article. And as you can see, we have got three different versions of it in blind box format. And they're really cool, to be honest with you. They are really cool. Now, I've got a feeling this one is going to be more popular than most of the Spidermans. So, you know, but that's just my take on it. But also, not only that, if you look at the additions, they've gone crazy low on these additions. So, therefore, it's only 50 gems. So they're obviously listening to what people are saying as well about the fact that the market is essentially bleeding, isn't it, really? So they're listening to that and they're realising, so I guess the people who come in now are getting more of a benefit from it. So, or if you're in here and you manage to get one of these, it's brilliant. Obviously, if you don't, then it's not so good. But additions, 1,750 just for the rare. That is the lowest one you can get from the blind box. So that's pretty cool anyway. You're going to get a rare of only 1,750 additions for 50 quid. That's pretty cool by all accounts. After that, we have got the Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man. Miles Morales, as you can see, is in his suit and everything there. Now this one is the ultra rare and there's only 1,000 additions, 1,000, but it gets even crazier than that, and that is the secret rare. The secret rare, there's 250 additions only. So that's absolutely crazy. Only 250 of them. That's going back to sort of like the days when they were bringing out the Adventure Time and all that kind of thing, and there was so little amount of additions. So if you get in the app now and you manage to get one of these, I'm personally going to be going for this one. I really like this anyway, and yeah, it's probably one of my favourite ones so far. Although I like the other Spider-Mans as well, but I didn't manage to get any of the you know, the secret rare or anything like that. I think I've got an uncommon one that somebody very kindly sent to me. And you know, that's the one I've got, and I've held him forever. I'm not planning on it. And my son absolutely loves him. You know, I'm always putting him upside down and letting my son play with him and stuff like that. He's only 4, by the way. So you know, he loves that Spider-Man, and it's probably his favourite one in the app. So that's never going to get sold, essentially. But you know, these ones are just really, really cool. I really like them. So I don't know what the actual this one is an animated one. So I guess if you watch the video, you'll see what he does. But I'm not going to do that now. We're going to move on to the main topic of today. So yeah, that's the Spider-Mans. So good luck if you're going for the drop, and I believe it is tomorrow, which is Thursday, and yeah, this video should be out before then, more than likely. And what we got, the 13th of October 2022 at 8 AM, so usual time, no changes there or anything like that. And yeah, as I said, obviously it's going tomorrow, so therefore good luck if you're going for the drop, and hope you manage to get it, and I will be going for that one as well. So here we go. So that's the Spider-Man thing. And next up is this. This is really the reason for the video, and that is that the Bored Ape Yuga Labs faces an investigatory probe from the SEC. So this is kind of crazy that this is all going on now, because obviously we're used to the SEC now taking over, you know, certain cryptos like XRP. Obviously, as soon as they started investigating them, it all went downhill completely. Well, Bored Ape has sort of carried on with the same thing, in the sense that their coin, the Ape token, actually dropped, I believe, 10% when the news first came out, and then it's around about 8% now, so it's still down. Not a huge amount, I suppose, in a bear market, but people are still worried about it for obvious reasons. And the SEC are going after the Bored Ape. So is it possible that they could also go after NFTs, and they could also go after, you know, like Veve NFTs? And EComi token as well. Now, the reason I thought it was a good idea to speak about this is because obviously Veve have been putting a lot of things in place to stop this from happening, which is great. There's a lot of regulatory thing that they're always having to jump through hoops, and they always manage to get it right, so far anyway. Now, remember, they had the buybacks planned, they stopped the buybacks, and I think one of the reasons, or from what we can gather, one of the reasons they did that is to stop the fact that the buybacks, by buying an NFT and then using that money to do the buybacks was essentially causing it to be a security in some way, shape or form, because one directly affected the other. And obviously that's not what you want to happen, because if it becomes a security, then we get into trouble, etc, etc. So there are certain rules they have to follow. Now this is the Howey test. Now basically this is a test that was that is what they use to decide whether or not something is a security or not. And this goes way back when the first ever court case to decide about some fruit picking or something. It's it's a long, complicated thing. So go and check it out. But basically, this is the 4 steps that each one has to has to be in order to be a security. So number 1 is an investment of money. Now, obviously, there is an investment of money into these NFTs. Same as there is for Bored Apes or whatever, or anything that we do in this sort of crypto space. Essentially, we are investing money in a common enterprise. So obviously, yes, it's a common enterprise. It's Veve or it's ecomi or whatever you want to choose for, whether it be the token or whether it be the thing, with the expectation of profit. Now there is the grey area, isn't it, really? Because most people do invest in these things for an expectation of profit. There's sort of an unwritten thing that's the case. However, there is no expectation of profit with Veve NFTs. For some people, yes, they might go, oh, I'm going to buy this because I think it's going to go up. But in theory, the idea of Veve is that you are not buying it for an investment, you're buying it because you like it. They're essentially selling you a product. So for that reason, they shouldn't fall under the securities, because of the fact that you are not buying something on the expectation of it going up and making lots of money. You are buying something because you like the look of it and because it's a product that you want to buy, and it's a digital product. So therefore, in theory, that should be the case. But you could say that about the Bored Apes as well, couldn't you? Also, and this is the I guess a key one as well, and that is to be derived, so with expectation of profit, to be derived from the efforts of others. So could you say that, the profit is being derived from the expectation of what others do? I guess you could, in a way, because of the fact that essentially they're making the NFT, and then if they do certain things to their company, then that NFT will go up in value. However, the number 3, obviously, expectation of profit, they never say, go out and buy this because it's going to go up or anything like that. And they can't say that, because if they were to say that, then it would become a security. Now, this before was not really an issue, and the reason it wasn't an issue is because people were just buying these tokens or whatever, like they do with Veve. Now, incidentally, Veve, they do airdrops, but they only do airdrops of a token. They don't do, they don't give you ECOmi for investing in Veve or anything like that, and that's one of the reasons they've got to be very careful of what they're doing as well. Like we said about the buybacks. Now, with the buybacks, they can do things to change it around, and I hope this is coming. I kind of spoke a little bit about this on Superstar Money. I'm going to call them Superstar Money. I'm pretty sure that's their names. Superstar Money. Their thing. They brought me on there for a little stream. And basically, I said to them about the fact that there could be a way that the buybacks could come back, but I couldn't remember exactly my thinking, and it completely shot out of my brain when I was thinking about it. But basically, what I was trying to say is that all they have to do is get ECOmi into the app. That's basically what they need to do. They need to find a way to get ECOmi into the app, and that apparently is coming soon. But obviously, if it's on the secondary market, that's not really getting it into the app so much as getting it into the secondary market, which just passes it on to someone else. But if they can get ECOmi into the app, then that means that they can then use that ECOmi and burn it into, or even just put it into the wallet, the reserve wallet. That's what they have to do, get it into the reserve wallet. So no longer will they be buying off the exchange to top up the reserve wallet as such. What they'll be doing is they will be getting that ECOmi into the reserve wallet, which is essentially coming off the exchange because you're buying it and then sending it to them. So that's still kind of coming off the exchange in a way. But then when that's in the wallet, then what they can then do is, if they sort of sell NFTs of some kind, where they would usually have to pay out the fees and all that kind of thing, the 6% fee when you sell it and all that kind of stuff, that or not the 6% fee, sorry, but the fees themselves that they have to pay on every NFT. All of that fees would come out of the buyback fund. So therefore, that way there's a complete disconnect between it, and they don't have to worry about stepping on regulations. So that's a possibility that they could come with. That was just something I was thinking about, and a few others was thinking about the other day. So, as I said, it has to be derived from the effort of others. So you could argue that it is derived from the effort of others, but in theory, this should mean that with the expectation of profit, that means means that they shouldn't have to go after it. Exactly the same with the Omi token, because you're buying it not because you've got an expectation of profit and that it's going to go to the moon, but you're supporting the company that you like. So therefore you buy it to support the company, to help them fund it, and then in turn, you know, that is in theory not an expectation of profit. It's a very grey area, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And also, you know, there is no expectation of profit because it doesn't matter what happens in that company. That token does not have to go up. It could possibly go up or it could go down, but the expectation is not that it will always go up, and therefore they can get away with it. But it's still very grey area, and it's still kind of on the nose, isn't it? Which is why the SEC go after a lot of crypto companies, and that's how they can manage to essentially get the money out of people to settle out of court or whatever, because of the fact that if they are to go to court like XRP did, then you know, they can see the token drop massively, and then people aren't happy, etc, 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 because essentially people are buying stuff with the expectation of profit, even though it's a very grey area. But yeah, so that's what covers as a security anyway. So hopefully by that, if Veve toe the line completely with what they are doing, you know, they've got some of the best lawyers involved. They've got the best people thinking about ways to get around this idea, or not even just get around it, but just to make sure that they don't get caught out in it. I think we'll be completely safe. Now, there are other companies out there who are not doing that, you know, NFTs especially, and some of them, obviously, they offer a lot of things to people to get them to buy the NFT, which I completely understand, but like, Veve doesn't offer you Omi tokens to buy it or any monetary reward. They sometimes say you're going to get an airdrop, but again, you could say that is just an airdrop that is for you as a, you know, a nice thing to keep or whatever. So you don't buy that NFT, that Veve NFT, when you buy Spider-Man. You don't buy it because you go, oh yeah, it's going to go up to $6,000 or something. You buy it because you think, oh, that's cool, I like that, I'm going to have that in my collection. So that's the thing, it's a collector's app for collectors. It's not a investment app for investors of NFTs. However, obviously, there's that little grey line between it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that if the SEC were to come after us, what would happen and how it would go down? You know, I'd love to know what other people think. But in my opinion, as long as Veve toe the line, they know exactly what they're doing, and I don't think we have to worry. And although sometimes we have complaints about things because we say, oh, well, you know, this could happen and this could happen, and if they'd done this, then we would have got more money or something like that. As I always say, you know, it's not an investment app. It is a collector's app for collectors, and that is why they're doing what they're doing. And if the things happen to go up in price, then that means they do, but we don't have to worry about the SEC coming after us and therefore ruining everything, basically. So yeah, that's my little bit on the matter. Let me know what you think. As always, don't take any of this as financial or investment advice or anything like that. I'm going to say that many more times because I don't want the SEC coming after me, but hopefully that won't get to that, because I'm pretty sure nobody ever invests in anything by what I say, because you'd be silly to do that. Make sure you do your own research. Crypto goes up, crypto goes down, but that is essentially crypto. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.